Act like it. You're live. Well, then act like it. Come on. Any day now. Okay, now it says I'm live. Alright, here we go. Yay! Alright, finally. About fucking time. Gotta share out to Twitter, Facebook, Mother Russia, the usual. Oh, God, I can't wait. I'm finally home. It's been like 60 hours since I was home. That's part about going away is coming home, right? God, I got a great nap. As soon as I got home, I took a great nap. Threw laundry in the washer, went to bed. It felt amazing. Bloody Ripper, I'm a guy. How's it going? Freddy Ortega. Let's see. Audio capture is on. Let's see. Make sure everything else is good to go. Alright, that should be working. That should be working. Alright, well, it looks like everything's working and it looks like everybody's here. Hey, well, at least some people are here. Christiana. I don't think he denied it. They just... Nah, I don't think they denied it. There's no way he denied it. Salty's rapper alive. God, can you imagine if he got into rap? Oh, hell no. Anyways. I guess let's do it. And this video is from Mimology 101. Link down in the description. Mimology 101. Spaghetti frag. Oh, I guess here we go, guys. Let's see. Let's send available on this. I watched it when it happened. Well, most of it. I was at work. I had a 30-minute break, so I tried to listen to as much of it as I could. Because this is a 42-minute video. Oh, okay, it's going. They're just trying to figure out what the hell they're doing.
The next matter is Philip Burnell.
Holy shit, thank you, Redford Lupe. Sure you don't need that for the lockdown? Oh, then again, you said you're working too, just like I am.
He's in your office with you?
Holy shit.
Yes.
Thank you. Holla holla for the dollar.
I am present.
Dollar.
Yeah. Mr. Burnell, would you raise your right hand?
That reminds me.
Yes.
You solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give is the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Lie.
State your full name, please.
Philip Paul Burnell.
Is your address still the same as the address on the petition?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? It cut out.
Is your address still the same as the address on your petition?
Yes, it is.
Did you prepare and file with the bankruptcy court a list of all of your assets and all of your liabilities?
Yes.
Are those documents, including the petition, the schedules, and the statement of financial affairs, true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Are there any changes that need to be made?
No.
That's awesome,
When
Hellhound.
you filed these documents, did you read them?
Who knew his
Yes.
middle name was Paul? I didn't. Can you guys hear him okay?
Sign these documents?
Yes.
Received a copy of the bankruptcy information sheet?
Yes.
Read that document?
Like less every day.
You ever filed for bankruptcy before?
If he didn't put his
No.
tips on there, he's gonna get fucked by the IRS. Because if things from the tax documents that are submitted to the trustee don't match reality, she is obligated to notify the IRS. So, him trying to file bankruptcy may fuck him even harder than he ever expected. All because he thought, I'm gonna get away with this. No, you're not. Wow, I cannot spell, can I? Oh, and the best part about Chapter 7, unlike Chapter 13, you can't back out. Once you submit for Chapter 7, you have to go through with it until it either A, gets approved or gets dismissed. You can't back out. I didn't know that until recently. Someone posted it on Twitter or Kiwi Farms, one or the other. Maybe both. But yes, once you file for Chapter 7, you can't back out. So there's not going to be, can I back out? I'm sorry, I'm sorry, wasted court's time, and, I don't need all this to come out, so, can I, pull out? You can't pull out. You can't pull out. Well, that's what she said. Alright, enough of that, but yeah. I did not know that until recently, that Chapter 7, you submit for it, you gotta go through with it until it either gets approved or gets dismissed. Suck it, bitch.
Are you required to make any domestic support payments to anyone?
No.
Tax return you provided to me, is that a true and correct copy?
Yes.
Last side, Phil! Shout out LSP! Holla holla for the dollar!
Yes.
The
What
greatest
does that
gamer of all time. Not
The
greatest
company
person,
for Now
LSP.
Productions is internet content creation of on-demand and also live video streaming services.
On demand, you mean YouTube. It's on demand. It's YouTube.
Find that again, please.
Sure. It's a internet content creation of on-demand video and also live streaming video services.
Yeah, guys, I do not provide on-demand services. I provide YouTube videos.
Your pauses.
Yes, I'm missing sports.
Okay.
Thankfully, I still got Madden 16 to play. God, can you imagine the only football we get professionally might be Madden 21? Big ups, outside Phil.
I'm going to start basically at the beginning of your schedules and just kind of work through them. The first thing you have listed here is real property in Connecticut. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
When did you purchase this property?
Ooh, okay. I want to say it was roughly July of 2009,
It was July 2009.
I believe.
What was the purchase price?
I love that. I believe, I
I
think.
want to say it was
I want
in
to
the
say, I think,
$135,000
I
range. I
mean-
could be off by a bit there, but I believe that is correct.
Is the property
I believe-
currently rented?
No.
All
Is
of
it
my money
vacant?
goes to bills.
Yeah, someone has a
Did you repeat
soundboard.
that?
Is the property vacant?
It is vacant, yes.
That was the first of the soundboard. That's right, there's multiple detractors and someone had a soundboard.
Is the property insured?
To the best of my knowledge, yes.
To the best of my
I have
knowledge,
not, made a
so you
payment
can't
on
say
it
I'm
for some
lying.
time, but I believe that it's still insured, through the mortgage company. I think they've been paying it.
And when's the last time you made a payment?
April.
I will. It was either April.
It was April. Last made his payment in April. Then he had his
Sorry, you cut
wedding,
out. I didn't
and
hear
his
that.
mom told him to stop paying, so he stopped paying.
Are you what?
When was the last mortgage payment made on the Connecticut property?
I
WWE
have
champions.
The, motion for release, if you want me to look at that and find the exact date.
No, I just want his recollection.
Oh, okay.
Do you recall when you made the last payment?
April or May of 2019. I believe it was probably April.
Yeah, the payment for his wedding was the last time he made a payment on that place. Then his mom told him to stop paying on it, so he stopped paying on it. According to him.
also list real property in Renton, is that correct?
That's correct.
When did you purchase that?
Wakanda.
That was purchased in June of 2014.
What was the purchase price?
Ow, that was loud.
I believe that was $265,000.
You lived there since you purchased
I know
it?
there's 60 people calling in that day. They're all, well,
Yes, I have
probably
lived there since I
99%
purchased it.
trolls.
Are the mortgage payments
And yes, you're
current
supposed to
on
know
the
all
property?
this. You're supposed to be
Yeah.
prepared. God, that's
Anyone know
annoying.
what that?
I think the reason he says, I believe, to best of my knowledge, if I recall correctly, his lawyer told him to do that. Because his lawyer knows this is all bullshit. Anyone with an IQ over 100 would be like, you don't own any pets, but you buy cat food. Alright, when you talk to the trustee, just say, I think, I believe, best of my knowledge, I think I recall correctly. Bullshit like that. That way they can't get you for perjury. They'd be like, oh, I guess I recalled incorrectly.
Beeping is?
I'm sorry, what was that?
I'm hearing a beeping. Are you hearing it on your end?
I'm hearing it too, but I don't
It's someone calling in.
No idea what that might be. We'll hope it goes away.
know.
It's someone calling in, yeah.
Is the property insured?
Yeah.
God, that's annoying. Come
Is
on,
this a
people,
house
stop
or a
calling
condo?
in.
Mr. Burnell, is this a house or a condo?
Oh, you guys notice that? Is this a house or a condo? Dead silence. Is this a house or a condo, Mr. Burnell? Still dead silence.
Hello? Burnell?
You know, they're on me right now. He's like, oh shit, it's a condo. I listed it as a house in the bankruptcy form, but it's a condo. It's not a house. It's not a house. It's a condo. But I lied in the bankruptcy form, and then I signed a thing that said it was true. What do I do, lawyer? Tell me what to say. God, it's loud.
Suffield, are you there?
Got over half a minute of dead air of him talking to the lawyer. Like, what do I do? I said it was a house, but it's a condo.
Nancy?
Yes?
Sorry.
Suspect
there's
gallery. Holla holla for
60
the dollar
people on the
dollar.
line for this call, so I think that's the problem.
Okay.
But we're back on.
Okay. You
Ow.
drop out and
But
then
I don't that beeping's coming from.
Okay. Well, let's try and just keep going.
Okay.
Ow.
So, Mr. Burnell, my question was, is this a house or a condo?
It is a condo.
It took over a minute for him to answer a very simple question. Is this a house or a condo? Can you imagine? You're under oath, you're being grilled, and it takes you over a minute to answer. Do you live in a house or do you live in a condo? House or condo? I live in a house. Thank you. It does not take over a minute to answer that question. God.
You answer the question whether or not you have electronics, you say no. Is that a correct answer?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Your schedules indicate you have no electronics. Is that correct?
Oh, no electronics. Are you speaking of in regards to the business or in regards to my personal belongings?
Well, this is your personal bankruptcy.
Yes, this is personal bankruptcy, not business. So all these questions would be referring to your personal life. As for a timeline for the baby, pregnant at the Halloween party, morning sickness during December when he had to, oh, Kat and I are sick. Oh, she's sleeping downstairs near the fire because it makes her feel better. Morning sickness. The trip to Connecticut was supposed to be in July. It was supposed to be in July. Then it got immediately moved to April. Huh. Who has a $9,000 business expense in July when it only has $5,000? Oh, A typical baby being born costs about $4,000. 5,000 plus 4,000 equals 9,000. Huh. July is 9 months after October. Almost as if, again, pregnant at Halloween party that she ditched Phil for. Morning sickness. Canceling the July trip to Connecticut to make it April to get married before she's too big. And then finally, an extra $4,000 business expense in July. Roughly the same cost as having a baby. Huh. Imagine that.
So this
There
would be,
are electronics that are considered business assets, and then personal electronics would be in the household goods and furnishings section. I just kind of lump them together.
Oh shit, I got distracted. Sorry.
okay, so let me go through some assets that some of your creditors have told me that you might own. And if you could tell me if they're personal or business and if you still have them. You have a PlayStation.
This is where the
4
thumbnail comes
Pro
from.
System.
That's correct. That is business related, and I do still have it.
Okay. About a standard PlayStation 4.
That is, I still own it. It is business related.
PlayStation 3.
Yep, that is business related. I still have it.
Even though you haven't played it in months, if not
Nintendo
years.
Business related.
Nintendo Wii U.
Again,
Yes,
hasn't played it in a
business
while.
related. I do still own it.
Nintendo Switch.
Yes, business related.
That audio
I do
is
still
on
own it.
my Twitter. Of him claiming that sound of crying baby, that's a
360.
refrigerator.
Yes, Xbox 360, business related. I do still own it.
Nintendo 3DS.
Yes, business related, and I do still own that.
You haven't used that since Pokemon Sun Moon. Ow.
PlayStation Vita.
PlayStation Vita that I have
Yes,
no
do
evidence
still
he's
own the
ever played on
PlayStation
stream.
Vita, and,
Can I find
it is
any
business
evidence he ever
related,
played
and
it
I
on
do still own
stream?
Yes.
PlayStation Virtual Reality.
Yes, I do still own the PlayStation virtual reality, and it is business related.
And he's
And I
never
have it.
used it in, like, what, 2 years now?
You have a computer. Whoever's making the beeping sound, if you please stop. You have a computer.
I do have a business related computer, yes.
Mary Sci-Fi.
Home computer.
I'm sorry, could you?
Home computer.
Oh, no, I do not have a home related computer. No, it's just a business related
How do you not have a home computer? You use that same computer for everything, meaning it's not business related. How to explain this? That office. We know he masturbates in that office. Guess what? That's no longer a taxable deduction. Just saying. Alright. The difficulty here is, well, how are they gonna prove it? I have this issue with my friends, like, yeah, man, I'm gonna start a business. I'm gonna throw all my gas, every single drop of gas I use, I'm gonna claim it's my business. Like, how are they gonna know that I didn't spend that $800 worth of gas that month driving to the greenhouse and back for plants? Because the greenhouse is like 2 miles from your house. Do you really think when the IRS audits you, they just show up and go, "Rupert, I'm an idiot. Oh, nice receipt. Here you go. You're good." No. If you get audited by the IRS, they go after you hard. Yes, you can go, "Rupert, write off all $800 from me driving from where I'm at to California because I was going on a vacation. I just said, I'm not paying for a plane ticket. I'm going to drive and put it on my business card." You can technically do that until you get caught. But that's like saying, as long as they don't find me with the body, I can get away with murder. So yes, you can write off, say, your computer or your PlayStation as business expenses, but PlayStation View works on PlayStations. He had PlayStation. We know he had PlayStation View. But he's never watched anything on PlayStation View on stream. So meaning he was watching it off hours. Meaning it was not for business. Meaning he was using his PlayStations for non-business related stuff. I have no personal TVs. They're all for business. What are you watching WWE Champions on? I mean, WWE Network on? and Netflix and Hulu and Disney Plus. You have at least one personal TV that you're not accounting for. Now, yes, technically, yep, that's a business expense. I said so. You can do that until you get caught. God, fuck me, that was loud.
Do you have an iPad?
I do. It is very old and not functional.
Oh yeah, people have been. This has got to be the
Explain
easiest
to
case in
me
the
how you
world.
decide if
The
it's
easiest case and the weirdest case for her, because how many times do you think she's getting? Again, they take like 40, 50 cases at a time, go through and go write off, write off, write off, write off, write off. That might have assets. Let's circle that. Write off, write off, write off. How many times is she going write off, write off? I have 37 emails. Multiple PlayStation 4s, PS3s, PSVR, 3DS, Wii U, Switch, 3DS, Xbox One, Xbox 360, regular Xbox, 3 computers, a laptop, 5 TVs. Holy shit. Big circle. I'm going to save this one for last. And this one was the last case of her day. All the other cases were 2 to 5 minutes. Even the guy that had like a yacht and stuff, which, if you can find the whole audio, the guy at the end is like, haha, that was easy as fuck. Like, yes. He was probably stressing. He was probably sweating bullets. It's like, man, I'm declaring bankruptcy. My business went under. I can't afford my yacht. I can't afford my car. I can't afford any of this. Oh, God, I'm going to, Then he gets started, like, huh, that was actually really easy. Cool. Well, as he said, easy as fuck. She saved him for last. All the other calls were 5 minutes or less. We're already 11 minutes and 24 seconds into this call. Yeah. She has all the information she needs.
business related or your personal property?
Sure. Anything that I say is business related is used solely for the purpose of my internet video content creation or my live streaming. I broadcast video games all day, 6 days a week, and so everything
Like,
that I
say he used his computer to look up
device
Pornhub to
cast
have the
gaming.
fappening happen. Guess what?
Who purchases the
That computer's not business expense.
various gaming pieces?
I do.
Personally?
Yes.
Does the business have a separate business bank account?
No.
She's got to be like, what? Are you this fucking stupid? Really? You don't have a business account for this business. Everything's on one thing. Are you fucking kidding me?
Does the business file its own tax return?
No, it's all under one tax return.
I'm not sure how.
Well, it looks like they are. Do you file a separate tax return for the business, or is it all in your personal?
I just do one tax return, so it must
Okay.
be my personal, yes.
So your business is included on your personal tax return?
Yes.
She's like, are you fucking kidding me? You put everything, business, personal, doesn't matter. You put it all into one thing. Are you fucking kidding me?
Do you own or have any access to any online gaming packages?
Terrible, Donald.
If you mean like subscription-based gaming services, yes.
Correct.
Yes.
And tell me how those work as far as ownership.
How does that work as far as ownership? Was that the question?
Yes.
They're all personally in my name, connected with my own personal online accounts, and they are all business-related in order to play video games online.
They all connected to my personal account, business related. Is it personal or is it business? This is why you had to keep these things separate.
Many of these services are required in order to actually play games in a multiplayer capacity.
How many subscriptions do you have?
Off the top of my head, I would say at least 3.
Well,
I
it's
know
like,
that there's one for
boo.
Nintendo, there's one for Xbox, and there's one for PlayStation. There may be more if I actually were to, dive deep, but I believe those are the 3 main ones.
How much does each of them cost?
Oh, man. This is just an estimate. I would assume each one roughly costs around $50 a year there, because I don't have the information in front of me, but I certainly could break that
you
down.
put all 3
at a later
together, it'd
date.
be about $50 a
For
year.
about $50
So
a
she's
year?
probably like, so
That's
are
what I
you
would
getting
estimate, yeah.
$5,000 in business expenses? Was that $150 for the year for all three? How are you getting $5,000 for business expenses a month? Question is, he uses electronics when he's not at work. He goes to his room, sits in the dark, and just stares at the wall.
Okay.
Originally, you listed only one bank account with Bank of America. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Then I think you filed an amendment where you listed a PayPal account.
Two
Yes,
PayPal
that is
accounts.
correct.
Okay. So
Two
tell me
PayPal.
how your PayPal account works.
PayPal is an online currency system where people can send funds.
It's an online
digitally,
bank. Just say online
and they're
bank.
held in a virtual. It's not technically a bank account, but it's a virtual account.
It's a
which can
virtual
then be
bank
used
account.
to
Shut
make
the fuck up.
purchases online. There's a debit card system. The way it works is, as I am creating content, people willingly decide whether or not they want to contribute to help me to continue to create content. And some people will go to what I call my PayPal tips page online
Through
and
Streamlabs.
they submit funds via my PayPal account in order to contribute to the business.
What did you call that? PayPal what account?
Tips page. That's what I call it, a PayPal tips page. It's just an online website address
Okay.
where people can contribute monetary funds over the internet as a way of basically saying, we like the content you create and we want you to continue
Or
to do
we're
it.
trolling
so here's, some funds to help doing it. Now, in addition to that, I received payment from two different companies. One is called Twitch. The live streaming service company. The other is YouTube, which I'm sure you've probably heard of. That's on-demand video services. And on both of those companies, I either upload content or I live stream content, and I make revenue via those services via various methods, advertisements and other kinds of contribution. And they monthly send me a deposit via PayPal for whatever I have earned in that month.
Okay.
So that's why there's two PayPal accounts. One is for kind of crowdfunding contributions from people who like what I do. The other is from two actual companies who pay me online for my work.
Okay.
Never. He's never said it before. He was completely coached to call it a PayPal tips page. It's always,
Yes, from my understanding,
give me money.
With my tax attorney, a charitable contribution, it would be the same as if someone went to a restaurant and you were a waiter or a waitress or a bartender and did a good job, and someone said, "Oh, I really like the job you did," so they would give the person a tip. So it's the same premise with me. If I'm doing a really good live stream, or if I put out on people really enjoy, they have the completely optional ability.
Completely optional. It's not mandatory. Snort.
Please repeat what you just said. You just broke up.
Okay. Per my tax attorney, PayPal tips are basically considered like a tip that you would leave at a restaurant. So if you have a good bartender or a good waiter or waitress, you would leave them a tip. That's exactly what my PayPal tips page is. If I'm doing a good live stream for the day, or if I put out on-demand video content that people think is good, they will optionally and willingly send me
could avoid this all by showing up on the
PayPal
5th.
tips page. That's how it works.
Okay. I'm looking at the PayPal account that you have sent me. One has Twitch Interactive Incorporated, sends you a check, and then it looks like that same amount goes out, says instant withdrawal to debit card. How does that work?
Yes.
Instant withdrawal. Instant. This fucker can't even wait a single day. Now you're like, well, what's the difference, James the Lesser? Instant. You get charged a fee. It's 1%. It's not much, but it's money out of your bank account. Gee, you got $5,000 in tips and cheers and subs you get paid for from Twitch. You pay 1% on that. Hey, that's $50 you just took out of your pocket. If you do the 1 day wait time, there's no fee. So he does it instantly. God, what an idiot. Let's see. $50 a month, every month for 10 years. Say 600. So he's probably cost us $6,000 because, I know, well, some of those years he wasn't doing that much. Other years, but also, That's how he gets his YouTube payments. As far as I know, that's how he gets his YouTube payments, through PayPal. Are you going to tell me he doesn't immediately take his YouTube money instantly? He does it instantly. So he's probably cost himself $5,000-$6,000 over the years just in those charges, if not more.
What it is that it's PayPal account, and then I put it into my bank account via the debit card. It's an instant transfer, so that way I can use it, for bills and other things.
Okay. What is Patreon? And maybe
Patreon? Yeah, that is a
Mind you, Patreon is nowhere on his bankruptcy form. So how did she know about Patreon? Shout out to the trolls and the detractors. Hi, Kiwi Farms. Good job. That's the only way she would know about it, because he never listed Patreon anywhere. So the only way she would know about that is if someone, Kiwi Farms, detractors, trolls, informed her.
a third-party website where people can pledge a monthly pledge to my Patreon account. It's, again, considered crowdfunding or fundraising. You can find it at patreon.com.
Over at midnight? Ooh, that should be good.
I use. And it's optional, again.
That should be awesome.
Again, people like the content that I'm putting out. They can pledge some money to my Patreon as a monthly subscription service to me every month.
okay, what is WWE Network?
The moment he shit himself, on phone anyways, he hears WWE, he's like, huh? Oh, you said network, not champions. Okay.
Can you repeat that, please?
What is WWE Network?
WWE
Oh,
Network.
WWE Network. That is just an on-demand video service.
Gosh, look at how relief he sounded. He's like, oh yeah, network, not champions. Yeah, thank you for providing more proof that you play champions. $40,000 worth of it.
For watching, professional wrestling. That is not business related.
Okay. You've provided me a copy of your PayPal account for 1 month. I would like to see the last 6 months of both of your PayPal statements.
Oh no, it's gonna happen.
That obviously wasn't him. That was a detractor or troll, whatever on there. Oh no, it's gonna happen. They're not wrong. I'm not sure how Patreon shows up. Because obviously it had to go, first go to his PayPal account, then to his bank account. So I'm not sure how Patreon would show up. Because if it goes to his PayPal account first, obviously it would just show up as PayPal on his bank account. But yes, the fact that she wants 6 months, not just 1 month. Oh, that's going to fuck him over. Advertise. If he has no personal electronics, how does he watch WWE Network, huh? Huh? That's what I thought. Let's get to board. Gotta make you smaller again. Didn't I go through? Oh, I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button, didn't I? Okay. There we go.
What's the problem?
You want the 6 months of both PayPals?
Yes.
Okay, I think I have that. Actually, I wasn't sure if you needed all of that, but I'll send that over.
Yeah, oftentimes I don't, as you know,
But I'll send that over, so she doesn't have it yet. So she will now. And I don't want to miss that. Let's go back.
I wasn't sure if you needed all of that, but I'll send that over.
Yeah, oftentimes I don't, as you know, but this one I want to see the last 6 months.
Normally I don't, but this one I want all 6 months.
You indicate that you have a business of Brunel Productions, is that correct?
That is correct.
Both PayPals.
And is this considered a corporation or sole proprietorship? What is it?
Sole proprietorship.
I believe it's a sole proprietorship.
What do you mean, you believe? It's your business, right? Filthy rich. Business-related contributions. Stay black, fam. DJ. But yes, Mr. I think it's soap opera. It is. How do you not know what you are? Again, this is all coaching from the lawyers to say, no matter what question they ask, I don't care if they ask you if the sky is blue. They ask you if the sky is blue, you say, if I recall correctly, the sky is blue. What is water wet? To the best of my knowledge, yes, water is wet. This is straight up coaching from the lawyer to not be affirmative on anything, to believe, to think, to try to recall. Bullshit. That's probably why he tries to put everything under business expense. But on the business. That way when I eat, that's business expense. Because I'm the business. When I take a shit and I wipe my ass, that toilet paper is a business expense because I need to wipe my ass because I'm the business.
Actually, John, because I think when we filed, we weren't sure.
It's not. I know it's not a corporation. It's sole proprietorship.
Are you entitled to a tax refund for 2019?
Nope.
Have you filed 2019?
Exactly, evil adder. That's exactly how he would have to
Have you
answer.
filed 2009? I sent 2018. Have you filed your 19 yet?
Oh, yes, I have. In fact, I sent the final information within the last week, but my tax attorney notified me that due to this coronavirus situation that everything's being delayed and it's not available yet, but I certainly could provide that, when it is available.
Okay, so when you say you sent it, who did you send it to?
My tax attorney.
Well, actually, yeah. LPL might have a point. All the detractors combined might actually make more money than DSP, but 12 grand to charity just from one Tevin stream. Sons of Kojima did the same
You
thing.
list business assets of $1,500. Is that correct?
I'm loaded in toilet paper, dude.
Yeah. We went through the list of the various gaming machines that you have. Is that included in your business
That'd be hilarious
assets?
if you sent him that.
Yes.
So it's your testimony then that the business machines that we went through that you indicated were all business assets, such as your various PlayStation machines. If you were to liquidate those, the value would be $1,500.
Sure. If I were to liquidate them today, estimating, a ballpark value like a, garage sale or sell them immediately, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Most of the stuff there, like the computer, is very old. It's over 6 years old.
And the only business you have is Brunel
And yet,
Productions?
somehow,
That's correct.
you still have $5,000 worth of business expenses, but everything's old, dude. None of it's new. And it's business related. Ruh-roh, that's not good. Don't flush Kleenex on the toilet. It's not meant for that.
How much do you make on a monthly basis from YouTube?
From YouTube,
I make nothing. I may be making $20 a month. Look it up. He said it. His own words. I make maybe $20, $30 a month now. Some months.
varies greatly. It could be as low as, I think the lowest month,
You're
maybe
breaking up.
$500.
$500, huh? What happened to, I'm only making $20 or $30 a month, guys. I'm making nothing off of YouTube.
But it could be very high as well, depending on the time of year, because YouTube ad revenue fluctuates. It could be as high as, over $1,000. So really, I would have to crunch some numbers to give you an average.
Okay, you broke up there a bit. My understanding is your testimony is between $500 and $1,000 a month, depending on the month.
Sure.
More than half the consoles he
that sounds
doesn't
about
use.
correct for an average, yes.
Okay. How about Twitch? How much do you make on a month from Twitch?
I would average, let's just say between 3,000. It could be a little higher or a little lower, but that's average.
About 3,000.
Bullshit. Let's see, he gets 250 per level 1 subs. But also he gets more than that. But let's say, well, right now he's like 623, but we'll do 600 times 250. 1,500 just from subs. That's if they're all tier 1. We all know some are in tier 2, some are in tier 3. So 1,500 just if they were all tier 1 subs. Again, some are going to be more than that. Huh. He has people that will throw him several $100s a month, every month, in cheers. Several people. And of course, all the people that give 50 bits here and there to troll him. There's no way he's only making 3,000 a month off of Twitch. Ack. That's not even counting tips.
3 to 4.
So more than 4.
How about Streamlabs?
Streamlabs, that's a program.
Streamlabs. If you were to tip me right now, you would go to my Streamlabs thing, and the Streamlabs would go through PayPal, but you'd be doing it through Streamlabs. That's how his tips work. That's how his tips work. Is through Streamlabs. Stop lying.
That I used to
Under
stream,
oath.
but I don't make revenue from that.
Yes, you do. Yes, you motherfucker Jones do.
How much do you make each month from Patreon?
At this point, I would say about between $300 and $400 a month.
Let's see. Someone same company.
About Teespring.
Teespring, that is the t-shirt company. I make very little, maybe at most $100 a month, but usually it's much less than that.
All right, guys. I'm on Kiwi Farms. I usually keep good track of this. Let's see. January was, 2408 plus 1723, 4,131. Oh, that's a little bit more than 3,000. Let's check February. 2607.
You provided to me
plus 1583.
looks like summary.
$4,190. Again, more than $3,000.
It talks about net profit / loss calculations. You have various columns here. I just want a little bit of explanation. Obviously, the first one is self-explanatory. You have the month. The next column, you list profit / income growth. What is that?
Profit, income, gross, that would be before any kind of expenses were taken out of it. It's just the gross income for that month.
Do you mean where does the income come from? Like the different...
Oh, $100 a day, easy, just in
well,
the
I think
cheers.
You'll understand as we go on, so I understand this. Then you say expenses total, and then you say, and in
Not counting
a separate
subs.
column you have just business expenses. What's the difference?
He makes some money on his
between those
t-shirts,
two,
but
and
not
how do you
much.
calculate them?
Let's see,
I'm
December
trying to remember off the
2019.
top of my head. I believe what you're referencing is that.
2000.
Oh, is it right in front of you?
Yeah.
Because I believe I
619.
broke it down.
3623.
In one case,
Well, at least we're in
it
the
would be
3,000 range now.
all the money that I make, the gross profit.
Oh, January
minus the business
2019.
Then the other
35,
case was
65,
showing in regards to all of my personal debts. Including
$6,280.
things like credit
Yeah,
cards.
that
and
sounds
things
like
like that.
$3,000 to me.
From the top
Oh,
of my
wait,
head,
it's
I think
double
that's what you're
that.
speaking of.
So when I did the Beans test, I only used the business figures, and then the personal would be what's on the I and J,
They want gross. They don't care about net.
or the J, like regular living expenses.
They're not asking how much you make after taxes and expenses. They're asking how much do you make.
Okay. What do you consider a business expense?
Anything
Anything
claim.
relating, to the business per the instruction of my tax attorney. So it could be
Well, you're the sole proprietor,
okay.
bitch.
The cost of a video game, the cost of a subscription for a video game, a microtransaction within a video game.
There it is. Ding, 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 ding. Shut the fuck up. Microtransactions in a video game. When is the last time he spent money on a microtransaction in a video game on stream? Overwatch, maybe? When's the last time he played Overwatch? He doesn't spend money on microtransactions. Oh. WWE WWE champions over $40,000. $40,000. He doesn't spend microtransactions on his live streams. Again, the closest I can think of and remember it would be Overwatch, and that was years ago. He is admitting that he plays WWE champions, people. It's not him. There's no way to be that stupid. Yes. Yes, he is, because he's writing it off as a business expense. He's writing, that's where his $5,000 a month in business expenses come from. WWE champions. Yes, he'll write off part of his mortgage because of his office, part of his electric bill, probably part of his water because he takes a shit break when he's streaming, but WWE champions. That is where he's getting his $5,000 a month in business expenses. Because he's claiming those microtransactions as a business expense. Thank you, Darkside Phil, for admitting you were spent over $40,000 on one mobile game. Sorry for that rant.
Maintenance on set equipment every month.
Ow.
It could be the internet, cost of internet every month. It could be cost of utilities necessary for the business. Cost of cell phone for the business.
A cell phone for the business. As soon as you use it for anything personal, it's not a business expense.
All those things would be included.
Unless you're going to claim you have two cell phones.
Yeah, and basically anything related to my internet content creation, including, like I said, cost of video games, cost of subscription-based services, microtransactions within video games.
Of course I'll call it a business expense, dude.
Sorry.
I just said keep going, and we'll try and ignore that beeping sound.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm hitting upon most of it. Basically anything that is related to me creating content on the internet, whether it's the on-demand videos or the live streaming. And, there's many factors, including not only the cost of the video games, but the internet and microtransactions and all kinds of things that happen within, the realm of gaming.
Okay. Are you currently married?
Yes.
Yes.
Your wife
currently.
In this petition?
The divorce has not gone through yet,
No.
I'm guessing.
Do you have any assets that are not listed on these documents?
No.
Well, he is a sole proprietor, so dude, I am the business.
It's a pretty recent marriage, so these debts were basically separate.
I go blurry. I went blurry. There we go.
Pretty recent as to when were you married?
April of 2019.
April 10th. Same day as his meeting with Midfirst Bank.
Okay, I have no further questions. Are there creditors on the line?
Here it comes.
Hello?
Yes, are you a creditor?
No, sorry, that was me. You cut out, so I just wanted to make sure you were still there.
Okay, are there any creditors on the line?
Yes.
Okay, your name, please? Or your last name? And you're with Citibank?
$26,000.
Questions you want to ask, Mr. Burnell?
And did you realize you needed to file this case?
We filed.
Well, no, when did you realize you needed to file? I think is what you asked.
So it'll be a little bit earlier.
I mean,
considering
we
that.
first met in October.
Right. So, okay, I would say middle of 2019 was basically, when I realized there was no way that I was going to be able to handle, what was going on financially in my life anymore. There was no way to get out of it.
If there's creditors on the line who have unmuted their phone, Please mute until.
Okay, what the
you're ready to speak.
fuck is with the AOL sign-on sound? Like, seriously, what the fuck? I don't want to know about which head.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? You cut out. Yes, for a few more months. And like, as my bankruptcy attorney just stated, we filed in October. And so...
No, we met in October.
Oh, no, that's right. When when did we file?
About January.
In January. We met in October. And upon the initial discussion with my bankruptcy attorney, I was told at that point, completely discontinued.
I had no knowledge of him.
All,
What I think so far with the info provided.
But I would say probably up until
Same as Reddica
that
saw.
discussion. With
There's like 10 counts of perjury here. None of this makes sense.
I was still, actively using lines of credit and making payments towards the credit.
Okay, and do you still have any purchases from those lines of credit in your possession, or did you sell them, or where's that property now?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? You cut out yet again.
Sure. The purchase that you made with your credit lines following your realization that you were insolvent, do you still have those purchases?
It's cutting out, but keep going. The purchases that were made with the credit line.
Yes, the purchases that he made with the credit line after realizing he was insolvent. Does he still have that property in his possession?
Most of the purchases that I would have made with any kind of lines of credit would have been things such as groceries, that kind of stuff. It's not like I was buying anything significant for personal property or anything like that.
Or
now,
video games.
If you have specific questions about, purchases, obviously I could talk with you behind the scenes about that. I don't know specifically.
Behind the scenes? There is no behind the scenes with this. Bankruptcy is a public thing. This is a public phone call. Behind the scenes. What the fuck are you trying to hide? Are you seriously trying to hide WWE champions that badly? Also, the guy who's doing this technically is not representing Citibank. He bought Citibank's debt for pennies on the dollar, roughly 2 cents per dollar. Costs about $300. If you're not American or if you don't know about debt collecting, a lot of times what some corporations, cards, banks, so forth will do, be like, or a good example is cable companies like, all right, we have these 18 people. They all refuse to pay. We could either spend this much money to sue them and maybe get this much money, or we say, you know what, it's not worth it, sell the debt, get this much money. And so they'll set for, generally it's between 2 to 7 cents on the dollar. Another method of debt buying is, or from debt collecting is, all right, you go to them. Be like, all right, well, I owe 10,000 to this, 5,000 to that, 18 to this. I'm paying 27%, 15%, 19%. You guys buy it, give me a 4% interest. That way I pay you. I save money because I'm only paying 4% interest instead of 27, 15, and 19. And then you get the money from that 4% interest instead of those three companies. It can be very complicated, but in this case, guy went, bought the debt for pennies on the dollar, and so now technically, he is owed money. And he knows DSP has money. He knows for a fact that DSP makes a lot of money. Now, how much does Citibank have in it? $26,000. Oh yeah, it's very high risk. Normally. Because normally, it's, I'm going to buy this debt from Citibank off of Cletus Jr. the Third. All right, Cletus, get off my property. Property? You have a trailer and down by the river illegally. But that's normally what it is. It's normally, some person who doesn't have a job, is broke as shit, living in a van down by the river. They don't have money to collect. So yeah, I spent $300 for their $8,000. Oh shit, I'm out $300 because they have no money to collect. DSP is different. This guy knows This guy knows he makes a ton of money. So he's coming after him. Which is hilarious. Because he knows he has money. And so unlike the majority of debt buying where it's like, oh, okay, no. I'll buy that $18,000 for $500 and then I'll go out to the guy. If I get $2,000, I get $2,000. I'm up $1,500. But if you do that and then you get nothing, you get nothing. Or it's like, all right, well, I hired this private investigator. Like, so let's say you do this professionally. I got my private investigator that found the person, sewed in the papers, taken them to court. It's like, I spent $500 and I collected $2,000, but then I spent an extra $3,000 on the investigator and the lawyer and the court costs, so I'm still losing money. It's very dangerous. Unless you know for a fact the fucker makes over $120,000 a year. Oh yeah, it's easy money when you know for a fact the person has money. Like in this case. I think what he fucked up was claiming that he was from Citibank when he's not, or representing their debts, which, I mean, technically, since he bought the debt from Citibank, he could claim he's representing their debt, but he should have had paperwork filed. He should have had the paperwork sent, either probably faxed or whatever, scanned and emailed to the trustee, like, I am a legit debt collector. I spent $300 on this debt. I have questions. Make his ass answer under oath. If he doesn't, throw the shit out. That was his issue, that he didn't have it put in that he's legit person at the time. Now that time's passed, that paperwork may be in. That paperwork may be submitted to the trustee already. Trustee's going over and going, alright, you're legit. Well, for our next meeting, you get to ask him any question. If he tries to weasel out of it, fuck him. He has to answer. Alright, enough of me rambling. Let's get back to this.
Typically what you're referencing, but I did not make, if you're, trying to basically say that I bought a bunch of stuff and I still have it, it only would have been business-related stuff. And
it only would have been business-related, dude.
Shopping and things like that,
Bullshit.
to my knowledge.
Okay. And the other question I would have then is,
but you're insolvent, so why are you spending business-related shit on your cards when you know you're going to be filing for bankruptcy? That is bankruptcy fraud. Generally, anything you spend 3 months ahead of time of filing is because of bankruptcy fraud, because you're not, oh, God. Man, what a beautiful morning. You know what? I was not contemplating it at all. But I think today, I'll file for bankruptcy. No. That doesn't happen. You plan ahead of time to file bankruptcy. So generally, anything spent 3 months beforehand is bankruptcy fraud because you were already planning on not paying it back.
if it was business related stuff, I heard you mention that you had a lot of equipment, PS4s, things like that. You're saying that you owned these prior to realizing that you were insolvent, correct?
When you think about that, I would say yes. That's correct.
Okay. And
yes.
And other business expenses like purchasing games for your streaming content company. You purchase these games also with. Let me just reword that. Have you purchased any games since October?
Since October, yes.
Probably hiding cats.
Lines are you specifically
Right.
referring to? Or
Yes,
just
on credit lines. Well, I'm trying to establish where insolvency was realized so that we can sort of come to an understanding that any purchases made on credit post-insolvency wouldn't be dischargeable.
Yeah, no, I did not make any purchases on credit after my initial conversation with my bankruptcy attorney in October.
Okay, and
bullshit. Then where was the money coming from? I wonder.
Sure. Another thing too. So you made all these purchases for these equipment systems. I'm assuming that's the bulk of your business expenses, as far as having to buy the equipment, having to buy the games, things like that. Reviewing your filing, it looks like you stated here that you have about $5,000 a month in business expenses. Can you itemize that for me?
Hold on. Here it is. It hits the mute. What's her name? Rochelle. This is a troll. I'm telling you, ack. It's a troll. A troll. Easily amused. Ack. Yeah, as soon as he stopped paying on the condo, he's like, fuck it, I'll just declare bankruptcy.
Nancy, I'm not sure this person is for Citibank.
I'm sorry, excuse me?
I'm not sure. Are you?
I'm calling
Are you really-
I'm calling representing Citibank. Yes, Citibank. What are you talking about?
Right. Are you an attorney or what's your position at Citibank? Or this doesn't seem.
This seems like a sort of an attempt to back out of answering the very transparent question reviewing these files, which is that he has $5,000 a month in business expenses, which does not make any sense.
And collections at Citibank appear on a case, so this seems a little strange. We'll answer the questions, but
okay,
it just
great.
Then
I
answer.
mean, we've been answering the questions.
Hold on just a second. Where are you seeing $5,000 a month on business expenses?
He's listed over $5,000 a month on expenses, so he's got $5,000 a month in income, $5,000 a month in expenses, and basically the gross income that he's claiming that he's making is $35.
Okay, so
Wait,
you're looking
I'm
at
sorry.
INJ.
I'm referring to his initial bankruptcy filing.
Okay.
Yes.
So where are the $5,000 a month in business expenses?
I think
I've already explained.
Let me back up a minute, because I think you might be looking at it a little bit wrong. And maybe if I could give you a little bit of clarification as to the way these forms are intended to be used, that might answer something, and then you can ask your question again.
Sure.
Schedule J asks him to list out various expenses he has. This is a personal bankruptcy. And so he's listed things like rent and food and utilities and clothing, things like that. As I'm seeing the schedule, that totals up to be about 5,000, a little bit, excuse me, a little bit more than that. Is that the number that you're referring to as business expenses?
Yes, if that's claimed as personal expenses instead, I would still like to get an idea of how exactly he itemizes that. Because the amount of income that I'm seeing, he's claiming that it varies, but the time that he filed, it just happened to be during a very high spike in expenses, which doesn't really make any sense to me.
Okay, do you have the schedule?
How was that?
As long as we've established that he's realized that he was insolvent in October, that's really all I needed, so it's fine.
I mean, I don't want to cut your questions off. I'm just trying to make sure that you're understanding the forms the way they're intended.
Right, I understand. He's claiming that he's got $5,000 a month in expenses and only $5,000 a month in income, and nets about $35, which still doesn't really make any sense to me when he's claiming that he gets $1,000 from YouTube, $4,000 from Twitch. That's $5,000 right there. But then he's also claiming that he gets these donations or tips or whatever it is through his stream itself, which is separate from the service paying him for streaming.
Okay, I understand your question. Do you have a further explanation, Mr. Burnell?
I've already broken down how my expenses work. I don't know what this gentleman is referencing specifically.
It sounds like LSB, but the voice is too
all
low.
the information is there, so I don't know exactly what he's looking for. I don't understand. I don't understand how.
You don't understand shit, pig roach.
I'm just asking you to explain your expenses.
Which we've done.
So why are you asking again?
I do not see anywhere that adds up to $5,000 of expenses monthly, or that warrants paying extra money for video games and things post-October when you realize that you were insolvent.
Right, but what you're talking about is strictly related to Citibank purchases. If I'm understanding this correctly, you're wondering if there were any purchases after October on the Citibank cards, but you have access
I'm
to
asking
those
about
statements.
any cards, any lines of credit. I'm trying to figure out when he realized he was insolvent, if he continued making credit purchases after that time.
And he's already stated that he is not.
Okay, as long as that's on the record, great. Thank you.
That was on the record, yes,
Thank you.
earlier.
Okay, do you have any other questions?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Are there other creditors on the phone who want to ask questions?
Nope.
Now would be the time to unmute and ask a question and identify yourself.
Ah, this is so good. I love it.
If there are no
My
further
nipples are so hard.
people on the phone
Good thing we're an
who
invisible shirt.
are going to ask questions or identify themselves, I have no further questions. Is that someone jumping in? Okay.
Why am I poison? Why am I toxic?
Why am I toxic?
So do you have the identification information?
Why am I toxic?
I do. I'm looking at a Washington State driver's license, which is correct, and I'm also looking at a Social Security card, and the number matches that on the petition.
Okay, there appears to be no further creditors who are asking questions. I have no further questions. You are excused, and you may hang up. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was easy.
So what is the situation?
The leader has disconnected. This
And now it is over. I know I kind of already explained. They kind of already explained it. So he's claiming in October he realized, I'm fucked. I can't pay this anymore. Even a single penny put on a credit card after that is bankruptcy fraud. Because he's now declared that as of this point in October, I am declaring bankruptcy. I'm not going to pay back any of this. Anything on these cards is not being paid back. So even so much as a single penny put on any of those cards is bankruptcy fraud. The court probably won't, but his creditors will. Yes, too bad he wasn't on a webcam this time. Too bad it wasn't teleconference. That would have been great if it was teleconferenced. Yeah, I love that it took him over a minute to answer if it was a house or a condo. Because again, on the bankruptcy form, he put it down as a house, not a condo. Yes, the 10th is not that far away, guys. It might seem like forever, but it's not. But holy shit. The fact that he's now been caught lying. It's a condo. I know I put it down on the bankruptcy form where I signed, all this is true under the threat of perjury. But I put it down there as a house, not a condo. Yeah, he said he put groceries on there. It was just like groceries and stuff. But you're declaring insolvency. That you're going to declare bankruptcy. So anything you put on there, you're already declaring that you're not going to pay off. You can't do that. If you're going to declare, again, like I said, anything pretty much 3 months before filing is considered bankruptcy fraud. Because again, you don't just wake up one morning like, turn my alarm off. You know what? This is a beautiful morning. Oh, look, the birds are tweeting. The sun's high in the sky already. I think I'm going to declare bankruptcy today. No, it's something you plan ahead of time. Like the guy pointed out, it's like, so you're saying 4,000 from Twitch, 1,000 from YouTube, then but you're only declaring 5,000 a month you're making. So where's all these tips you're getting? Where does that money go? Where's that money recorded at? Easy for the credit card holders to prove it. He just stated on record, October is when he realized he was unable to pay anything. Any penny spent on a credit card after that, bankruptcy fraud. How late? Oh, man, we just finished the call. Sorry. We just finished it. And I only missed that bit at the end. Because, like I said, I was waiting for my break. Thankfully, I'm in charge where I'm at. Well, my section of the site, I'm in charge. So it's like, all right, wait for it. All right, I'm going to go on break now. Yes, I'll talk to you behind the scenes. No. This is all public records. You don't talk behind the scenes on this. And as far as we found out on Kiwi Farms, he is legit. He buys debt. That's what he does as a side thing. It's not his main thing. It's a side thing for him that he buys people's debts and then gets money for it. Which, for those of you who weren't here already, debt buying in America can be a very lucrative business, even get you money. A lot of times companies be like, no, what? We've been going after this for 2 years. We're not going to get anything. We could sue, go to court, spend this much money to get back this much money when he owes this much money. Or instead of spending that, we just sell the debt for this much money and then hope that that guy can get that much money or even that much money. Hey, more power to him. Normally, it's very high risk because, all right, Cletus Jr. the Third. Oh, you live in a van down by the river. I just spent $300 to buy your debt, but you have absolutely fucking nothing. I'm out $300. Not the same. This is not the same. This is literally a case of you have 2 condos, plus a car, plus all these credit cards, plus all these TVs, plus all the shit that I know you have because I go to Kiwi Farms. Like, this guy is so fucked and I love it. I think it's 6 months from when he filed. So he filed January 31st, so it'd be 6 months before then, all the way back to July. Thank you. I've actually looked into it before because, like, I'm always looking to make more money. The greed is massively strong with me. But yeah, I don't know how it is in other countries, but here in America, it can be a very lucrative process. And it's literally pennies on dollar. Like, he said it was 2 cents on the dollar, so he spent like $300 on 26 grand worth of debt. Now, again, you going after Cletus Jr. the Third who lives in a van down by the river, you're probably not going to get that $300 back. But this is DSP. He makes that in a single day. He'll make that between cheers, subs, and tips. He'll make that in a single day. So if he goes there and he gets $1,000, hey, he's up $700. If he gets 10 grand of that $26,000 back, he's up a fuck ton of money. The condo thing, I don't think it really matters now. I think it's from filing for the foreclosure. So they filed for foreclosure at 60 grand. And it shoots up to 90,000. It's still 60 grand for the lawsuit. If it drops down to 20 grand, it's still $60,000 on the lawsuit. Yeah, I heard he's gonna be doing a stream tonight, but I'll be in bed long before then. Oh yeah, every other call was under 5 minutes. Not a single call even getting close to 5 minutes. Not even the guy with the Yahoo. No joke. At the end said, wow, that was fucking easy. She saved DSP for last and then grilled him for over 40 minutes. Well, yeah, Cletus, no. He had a job at the factory. The factory shut down. Ah, shit, I can't afford anything. So he packs everything he can to his van, moves down to the river, so he at least has a place to wash up and go to the bathroom. That's what happens to Cletus. That's what happens to a lot of people. Or they have a 2-income family, one of the incomes gets killed in a car accident or gets shot in a muggings or whatever. It's like, well, I can't afford this life. We could when we had 2 incomes, but only 1 income. We can't afford shit. So then they declare bankruptcy. DSP is not that. DSP is not the boat guy. DSP is not Cletus. DSP is literally, I made $12,000 this month just from Emerald 7. I'm going to go blow it on casinos and WWE champion. Ack. Yeah, it's the guy with the yacht was just hilarious. Yes, F and Chef for Cletus. And normally for collecting debts, sometimes it's a business, sometimes it's something someone does on the side because they can. But again, it's very high risk. Oh, sure, you can get a guy that owes $26,000, pay $300 for the debt, and then get 10 grand out of him. Or you can get someone who owes $26,000, spend $300, and then get absolutely nothing. Oh yeah, DSP has assets. You're like, all right, well, you claimed no personal TV. What about the one in the living room? What about the one in the bedroom? What about the one in Cat's room? What about your old one that we don't know what happened to it? Because remember, he had his TV and then he bought the 4K one. What happened to that TV that he was using before then? F is for Cletus. If you don't know it, in one of the Call of Duty games, literally, for the PC version is press F to pay respects. Like you're at a funeral, like, oh yeah, my buddy of 18 years got killed in this incursion. And you go to the funeral and it's literally press F to pay respects. So the meme from there is, Whenever it's like, oh, press F to pay respects to Cletus or whatever. Well, hell. And it's not just like DSP or Cletus or whatever. It can also be, I got a mortgage in my house. I didn't even make my first payment. It's like 3 days later, I get a thing in the mail. Your mortgage has been bought by this company. Okay. So I got to go to the bank, switch everything over to pay to that company. About 2 months later, another company came in, bought it out, and now they own that debt. And it'll be like, all right, you spent, your debt is $70,000 for your house. Your mortgage is $70,000 is what's left after putting your down payment. This company will show up and spend $90,000 for it, expecting to get $100,000 in interest. Well, oh, you spent 90? Well, we'll give you 105. So now they'll get, hopefully, $85,000 from interest. But that can also bite you in the ass because, let's say, this company shows up, buys that debt for $105,000, and then this person hits the lottery, pays off the house instantly. It's like, oh, we make no profit. Shit. Because they bought the debt for $105,000 from this company, but the debt was only $70,000. Let's say you're down to $65,000. You win the lottery, you pay it off. Well, they still spent $105,000 on that debt, but they only got $65,000 back, so now they're out money. So even then, that can be dangerous. Or case in point, my friend had student loans. Fannie Mae pissed him off. He busted his balls, had 2 jobs, paid off as soon as possible because he hated Fannie Mae. He got a house. After about 3 years of owning his house, Fannie Mae bought his mortgage. He said, fuck you, I got the money for this, paid off his house. So Fannie Mae could have spent an extra $20,000, $30,000 than what the house was worth, what the loan was worth, and they got nothing. Because my friend's like, no, fuck you guys, you pissed me off when you had my student loans, pay it off now. He was a little bit pissy about that too because he was looking at buying some storage units. It's like, man, no, I got the money, I can just buy these storage units, get them fixed up, I can start making money off of that too. And then Fannie Mae bought his mortgage, said, no, fuck you, pay it off. You guys are getting nothing from me. See you, Martin. Thanks for hanging out. Yes, him claiming microtransactions as a business expense is the best thing I've ever seen. Because it proves that he's buying microtransactions. But he doesn't do it on stream. So when would he be buying microtransactions? When he's off stream, on his phone, playing WWE Champions. Love it. Oh my God, thank you, DSP. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This has been so freaking amazing. I love it. No, some people that's like, why do you watch this guy? Why do you give this guy attention? Because it's one of the best, longest running comedies ever. This has been a 12-year comedy. It's had some ups, it's had some downs, it's had some boring sagas, but the writers have just done a fantastic job on this saga. The foreclosure into bankruptcy saga has been amazing. And they got a new episode coming out on April 10th with a Mid-First Bank. I can't wait. He's done microtransactions. The last time I can remember was Overwatch. He was buying loot boxes on Overwatch. You know what? I can look up on Pig Go. Last time he did. Pig Go. Let's try Overwatch. Oh, hey, I hope I spelled it right. No, not him talking about it. When was the last time he played it? Oh, guys, picking up, what you call it, like, I'm on Overwatch from Call of Duty. Damn it. I should do it by date. 2014. Wait, no. It looks like 2014 or 16, something like that. Is the last time he played Overwatch. Why doesn't he look worried? Because he still thinks that bank grudges, they bring in a button, you press the button, you're done. It's the guy. Oh, it's exactly like Keeping Up with the Kardashians. It's reality TV, people. For those, in fact, my lady stopped asking me about it because, like, don't you watch 30 or 90 Day Fiancé and Life After Lockup? And yeah, it's the same thing. You watch your trash TV, I watch my trash TV. So my trash TV is not scripted. Exactly. I like to say he's my favorite train wreck to watch. God, Strawberry. I know, right? Strawberry. I mean, it's insane. Like, I only discovered him because of I was looking into Keemstar, found his Down the Rabbit Hole video. The next one in line was about Dark Side Film. Like, I've never heard of Dark Side Film. I'll click on this video. Let's see what it's about. I like Down the Rabbit Hole videos are really good. This guy can't be real. Look into him, find shit about him, find GTG, find LSB, find Tevin. Like, holy shit. Not yet. This is the first time I've been home about 60 hours. Well, now it's going about 62 hours, but got home, threw my laundry in the washer, passed out, woke up, threw my laundry in the dryer, passed out again, woke up, did this. Hey, let's see what his permaband's at. DSP Institute live. Was up to 10 today. Let's see. Research. Ooh, he's up to 1,788 bands on the year. But wings at almost 4,000. Holy shit. Oh, it doesn't show when. Ooh. Can I do, like, past 2 days, maybe? Band totals. No, we just did band totals. We need. I don't know, that's today's, but can I get yesterday's or do like a time period? Oh, here we go. 100 entries. Let's see, the 28, 27. Over 100 permabands in like a day and a half. Let's go next. Let's see, the meters with a 26. So let's see, there's 200. Holy shit, there's 300. Let's see, 26 was the meeting. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 321 bands. 321 permabands since the 26th. I repeat, 321 permabands since the 26th. Holy shit. $321 permabands. Wanna know how many permabands I have? None. I've never banned a single person. I've gotten people trolling me. I have people trolling me. It's not very often, but I get them on here. I get them in my comment section. No, neck beard, virgin, fat, blah, blah, blah. It's like, hey, I'm not a virgin. It counts if you pay for it. But it's like, I don't ban anyone. Let them come in. Let them make fun of me. Do you really think they're going to have any insult better than anything I call myself? Come on. Like, holy shit. Smoke weed every day. Nah, we're not banning anybody. See you, Lackluster. Thanks for hanging out. I would never ban you. Pig roach, piggy, piggy, pig roach. Now, what was that? Gail something? Gail Schuler. I'll have to look that up later, but for now, I just gotta say, thank you guys for hanging out with me. It feels good to be back. I gotta go back home tomorrow. I'm gonna get back. Gotta go back to work tomorrow. Oh, man. My past 2 days off, I went to work, got to work, and not been home. Terrible. No banning. So yeah, again, thank you guys for showing up. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I entertained you. Redford Lupe, holla holla for the dollar dollar. Lackluster, Lightside Phil, the greatest streamer of all time, not the greatest person. Sunspot, the man with the GTG ads. Avaz and DJ Filthy. Thank you for the contributions. Thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed. Or if you already have, who cares? Hit it. Check out my other videos. I do not work at home. I still got to go to work. Unfortunately. But that, guys, again, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and have a wonderful day. And stay safe from Corona-chan.